Hi guys, welcome back to another market vlog. I forgot to do an outro, but I did two events this past weekend. I did one in San Francisco with Sarang Hello, which is a K-pop store based in San Francisco, and then I did one in Vegas called Bestie Bash, hosted by Ryan Collects Things. Um, yeah, I just forgot to film a lot of, I guess, the event and what was going on, mainly because I was just kind of stressed and I was so tired this past weekend. I don't know why. I'm pretty sure it was the weather or something because it was raining. Um, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the video. And if you're new here, welcome. My name is Kelly. I am the creator of Yumiko Creates. I make a lot of keychains and beaded accessories, and I hope you enjoy your stay here. Alright, let's get to it. Alright, so I'm here at the venue. I was gonna vlog my setup. I forgot my tripod at home. It's a really nice view. Yeah. We had to take the stairs, so I'm tired. But yeah, we're gonna set up now. Event starts at 11. I think it's around 9 almost, or 8:30. So yeah, tune in. Alright, so going over everything that I sold. So I made $184 at the Hallyu Holidays with Sarang Hello on Saturday, and the vendor fee was $40. Parking was $38. Typical SF parking for you. Um, but yeah. So my best sellers were actually the hair clips. I think most people actually bought the winged hair clips that I post on my Instagram. I'll also insert a photo here in case anyone wants to know what they look like. And I think after this weekend, I'm really only down to maybe 4 or 5 hair clips of that specific one left. So those were my best sellers. I sold 10 of them. And then my next best sellers were phone straps. I only sold 4. And then phone charms. I sold 3 phone charms and 3 knot keychains. I did end up selling a jellyfish keychain, which was something new that I was debuting this weekend, as well as the knot keychains and some new hair clips. Um, but yeah, I feel like all in all, over the weekend, I didn't do as well as I expected. I really thought that there would be a lot of people and I would be making at least 200 to 300 from the event. Which I guess I kind of did. It was 184, almost 200, but then if you account for parking and vendor fees, then I only really made what, like, trying to do the math. I only made like a little over 100. Um, so it wasn't like too much or anything like too crazy. I did break even. That's always like a plus. We didn't go negative. Um, but yeah, I just thought like there would be a lot more people at the event. I think the night before or the day of the event, the organizers did tell us that they were expecting about 100 attendees, and I think that made me super anxious because I'm not really used to vending at events where there's only about 100 attendees, or like just really small events like that. I've been used to like vending at events where there's a lot more traffic coming in and there's a lot more people who know about the event and who come, and I just assumed that because like it was like a popular K-pop store in San Francisco and they have like a high following, that there would be a lot more people. But I think what probably made people not want to go, just in my opinion, is that there was like an entrance fee of $10 pre-sale and then $15 at the door. And yeah, it was also in downtown San Francisco. Parking's rough, and then there it was also raining, so I feel like not a lot of people wanted to go. So maybe that's why there just weren't as many people, but it's okay. It was like a learning process. And I think like another thing that like made me feel like I didn't do that well was because I didn't have like K-pop themed items. If that makes sense. Like it is like a K-pop event. Like there were a lot of dances. There were a lot of vendors who um had a lot of K-pop themed items, and I think I was like maybe not the only one, but I think like one of the few that really just didn't have items that were centered around K-pop. And so I feel like a lot of like people who passed by my booth and stuff just didn't really, I don't know, they weren't like attracted to it because they saw like more K-pop themed items. And I think it's just a wrong crowd for me and like for my shop. Usually like I think I do better in settings where there are a lot of like different other like small businesses like who sell different things like their own art. um but yeah, I don't know, it wasn't too bad, but it was like a learning like step that like maybe like just not try to like do those kind of events where there's like a specific theme and like my items just don't have anything to do with like K-pop that much besides like my top loaders. But even then, I think I only sold like two top loaders, so it's okay. Learning process. But yeah, that's how Saturday went. Would I do it again? Maybe not. Like if it was like more like a bigger event with more variation in vendors, like more variety of vendors, then maybe. But I think I just probably like wouldn't do it again. The parking fee was like a lot higher than what I'm used to in San Francisco. I think normally when I fed at OK Market in Japantown in San Francisco is like $28 for like the whole day, and I'm there for like 8 hours. I think this event is only like, I don't know, like 5, 6 hours. But yeah, learning process. It's all good. So yeah. All right, the next event that I did. So Saturday was the one in San Francisco, and I don't know why. I just thought like it would be fun to do an event in Vegas because I do go to Vegas pretty often. I go like if not every month, I go every other month for a bit just to go hang out with friends and like vacation. It's close, it's cheap. And there's like a lot of food there that I crave like a lot. So yeah. But I did the Bestie Bash in Vegas, and that was at the YMCA in North Vegas. Um, the venue was like pretty good, I think. It was very big, and I feel like in a way it felt like a little inconvenient. I don't know. It's because like a lot of my friends they live in South Vegas or like West Vegas, and like YMCA was like more like northeast-ish Vegas. And so yeah, I don't know. I felt like it was like okay. It was big and spacious. It wasn't like hot or anything at all. It was supposed to rain, but it didn't, thank God. Um in that event, I think I made so the vendor fee was $40, parking fee free. Didn't have to pay for parking, thank God. And I made $102. So I only really profited $58, which is kind of sad. I mean, like the event was only 3 hours. It was from 2 to 5 p.m. So I'm not like too upset over it. And I think I had high expectations going into it because I've seen like a lot of like their past like events like every month like they do draw like bigger crowds, but I felt like this time there just wasn't like that many people, and I'm just like assuming again it's because of the weather, it's the rain. There was like a flash flood warning for Vegas, so maybe people just didn't like want to leave their house. And like I said, it is like a little further than like where my friends live and I think most people live. um and yeah, I think that's like the only reason why like there weren't too many people or as many people as I thought. Um, yeah, I don't know. And I also felt like there there was more blind box resellers and traders, if anything, than like small makers or like small businesses. And again, it's like another learning curve. Like I think this past weekend all in all was just like a learning curve for me to not do events where there's like a specific theme, or like they usually go with like a specific theme. So like how Saturday was like more K-pop themed, I felt like Sunday was more like blind box and trinket themed. um and yeah, so like in that case like I didn't really do that well. But my best sellers, like for Basti Bash, was six phone charms. Yeah, I sold six phone charms. I think most of them were pink, pink or white. So I'm almost out of the pink and white ones. So I do need to make more for like my next event in 2 weeks. Um, and I sold out of the lo-fi hippers. I only had two left, and I didn't really plan on making any more. I don't know. If I have time, like for my next event, to make more hippers, then I will. But right now, I just don't see myself like making hippers or like clay, just because of like some health complications. But yeah, um, and yeah. The event was like fun. I bought some stuff myself, so realistically, I didn't make any money. If anything, I spent more money. Um, and yeah, but it was fun. It was a good experience. I got to see my friends. My friends came and helped and helped me like set up and then helped me like dismantle everything so that we were out on time. I got to hang out with them after, and we went to go eat dinner, and then we went to the casino. So it was fun. It was a good like 1 day trip. Would I do it again? I would do it again because like I love seeing my friends, but I think it would just depend on the event. Like doing like a 1 day trip, like it was like a lot, especially like doing like an event like um the day before. It was a lot. And I've been like so tired like from traveling. Like I had to drive to San Francisco like super early in the morning, like around I had to leave like around 6:30 a.m. on Saturday and get home to like maybe 6 or 7. I had to sleep because I had to leave my house like around 6:30 or 7 again the next morning to the airport because I was scared that it was gonna be too busy like with TSA and like the whole government shutdown. But I ended up like making my flight on time and then like the whole event happened, the day happened, woke up the next day. I slept for like 12 hours. Like once we got home from the casino, I slept for like 12 hours. I was so exhausted and I didn't really like get to do much like in Vegas like on the day of my flight. So yesterday, um, so we went to the airport. I think like I got there like around 2 and my flight was at 4, around 4, and then my flight got delayed by like an hour, and then like we were just kind of sitting on the plane like for like 30 minutes, like so we didn't really take off till 5:30. So it was a rough plane ride too because of like the rain and like the weather. It's just like a lot of turbulence and just so tired, but back. And in a way, I'm kind of happy that I didn't sell too much. That way I don't have to like be too stressed about having enough stuff for my next market, which is Harajuku Festival in Berkeley or like Lumpia Fest or whatever. I think they go with like either or. But I don't have to be like too stressed about that in 2 weeks. I can just take like actually like maybe like 1 or 2 days this week. So I spent most of today just kind of like unpacking like all my stuff and then like I don't know, sleeping, resting, just getting like myself like resetted for the next events. But yeah, those that's how like my weekend went. I wouldn't recommend people like really doing that. Um, but again, it was like a learning experience for me and like I learned my lesson and all in all, like I did like have fun over the weekend. It was a good experience. I got to meet like other vendors, other small businesses, some of you guys like in Vegas, so I'm glad for that. I definitely do want to vend in Vegas again because it's like my second home kind of where I go a lot. As you said, I just stay at home here and do vending a lot here, but I want to expand more. I do want to also vend in SoCal. I live in NorCal, so I do want to vend in SoCal, but it's just like the logistics of everything and like how confident I feel. I think I went into this weekend also like a little too confident that I would do well, but realistically, I didn't do well and I had to take the hit on that. So, but it's okay. It was fun. But yeah, I hope you guys kind of enjoyed this small vlog ish or like my recap. I know like I didn't like record as much as like you guys probably hoped, or like I didn't record as much as I would hope. I was just so stressed like a whole weekend trying to make sure everything was like together. The first day I had to do it myself. The second day, like I had people helping, but I had to like tell them like how to do stuff because like I've never really like had like help before. And um yeah, like I also changed my setup like recently, so there's just like a lot. Um yeah, yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Um I'll probably do like another video of like prepping like for my next market, but it won't be as much because I already made most of the stuff. Um, but yeah, if like anything, I will have like my next market vlog up in 2 weeks, and then maybe like something like prepping for like my market next weekend. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you like this video, if you want to see more from me, please subscribe below, like, comment, all that good stuff. And I will see you guys next time.